Now, relatives of the 35-year-old Mariam Kigenda and her 4-year-old daughter Amanda Mudheu, who perished in the Sunday ferry tragedy after a station wagon that they were into plunged into the Kilindini Harbour, now say that they are yet to get assistance more than 24 hours since the incident occurred. The woman and her daughter were earlier on today identified as the victims of the tragedy that occurred at 6:08 p.m. on Sunday, and their bodies were yet to be retrieved. Relatives said it was disheartening that the Kenya Defence Forces were practicing at the Mama Ngina Waterfront Park for Mashujaa celebrations and did not offer help to retrieve the bodies of the two family members. I'm now joined on set by Sami Mwangangi, who is a security practitioner and also an expert on matters disaster preparedness. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you.
Why is it that 24 hours later we're yet to recover the two plus the car they were in?
Okay, first I want to relay my condolences to the departed ones, and as I can say my names, as you have just said it, I'm Sami Mwangangi, and a security practitioner. I was to be here with one Mr. Piusmasai, who you all know was a Deputy Director of Police Service in Disaster Management. So let me just go directly to your question. First, when it comes to matters disaster or emergency disaster management, it goes to the principles. First, we have the mitigation, we have preparedness, we have response, and we have recovery. So the issue here is preparedness.
Not recovery.
Not even recovery. Preparedness. Are we prepared first as a country or the organization which has been affected by that occurrence? So as security practitioners and who are more on matters of emergency and disaster management, I think as a country we are under obligation to ensure that all people are sensitized on this, because we cannot be crying every now and then on what is happening and then this thing is ours. We are not supposed just to react in the name of we want to do this while we had time to be proactive. So it is my take that we are supposed as a country to take critical measures, because this belongs to each and every one of us. And remember there's one thing, we are all vulnerable. And we say in security that vulnerability is an exposure to hazard, while hazard is anything with the potential to cause harm. Are we prepared?
Mm-hmm. So is it that we take things so lightly? You hear the relatives, they are decrying the lack the issue that has been taken by the Kenya Ferry Services. It has been taken so lightly. The ramp that gave way to the car reversing and plunging into the ocean seemed to have been malfunctioned. It has malfunctioned for quite some time, and no one seems to have taken notice of that.
Okay, first, we cannot speak of what we cannot authentically say it is true, because maybe it is being said so. But as an organization which is a serious organization like the KPA, what are the measures which are supposed to be taken in case there is such an occurrence?
Yep. For
example, it is our expectation as Kenyans or anyone of goodwill that when we are on such a ferry, maybe coming from the mainland to the highland, we are expecting everyone to get out of their vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah.
So in case there is, because maybe something may happen, that's why we are talking of an emergency. This is an emergency. Okay? So in case it happens, then it is the car which goes there. So we are there now to get the car out of the sea, out of the waters. But currently we are talking of the bodies. So it means maybe, we want to speculate, maybe someone never took his job seriously.
Someone slept on their job. So there seems to be no existing legal frameworks guiding our country's disaster preparedness. And also, if I'm to pull, or drag politicians into this, there also seems to be no good, political goodwill. Why is that?
Okay, you see, according to me, this is a social problem, because as Kenyans, we are ever ready to react, but not to be proactive. So we cannot just throw the ball onto the politicians, because politicians are just sons, daughters, brothers, and our sisters, and others are our mothers. So it is a social problem, but more so a Kenyan problem. We react to things rather than being proactive. Yeah, and that's why, as from today and now, you may see people being very busy trying to pacify the situation, while this is something which should have been mitigated long time ago. Yeah. So currently, we were supposed to be talking of a different thing, but not loss of lives.
What do you make of, I understand we have a disaster response unit in the Kenya Defence Forces, and some of them are a few kilometers away from where the tragedy occurred. They are at the Mama Ngina waterfront practicing or rehearsing for Mashujaa Day celebrations. The relatives are crying. They're saying it's so disheartening to hear them practice there, and yet they can, pull their resources and come and at least help them, at least get closure or something. Yeah,
you see, when we talk of maybe an organization like KDF, yeah, to get KDF to such a place, it is a process. It is a procedure. Besides being an emergency, remember what they were doing, they were not ready for an emergency. But one thing I can share to you, that we also have a police service which has the same unit. And our expectation is the service itself, the KPA, must or should have people who are trained enough to deal with such things. But currently, when we talk of we want the KDF to run there, it will take some time, because remember, for someone to run there, you must be in a particular gear. So that means you'll come from where you are training, you go back to camp, and then you come there. What we want to put for this, we want this organization, leave alone the KDF, that is supplementary. But we want the service, the organization, to have their own people who are trained on these, and we expect that they have them. But why did they not act? Yeah, so that's what the Kenyans want to know. Yeah, but when to come to the maybe police, the KDF, it is supplementary. Besides, they are well trained on the same.
Well, and I remember last week we had a tragedy at the Precious Talent School, and members of the public, flocked at the area. Do you think more needs to be done to educate the public on the need to, first of all, give the first responders the space to work? Is there something that has been done, maybe to help the public understand the risks of being there and maybe them hampering the operations?
Okay, I suppose the interior government, the interior ministry is doing something, but we now, I'm representing PIMAC here. Yeah. PIMAC, they have a department of voluntary in sensitization.
What is PIMAC, first of all?
PIMAC is an international company. Okay. But on this, on this, they have a department which has collected us as experts from universities, from disciplinary forces.
Basically to deal with disasters.
To deal with disasters. Okay. Not for money, but a voluntary thing. Okay. And it has been happening. 10 we were in Embu. We sensitized the organization, the Consolata, the Hospital Consolata. It's a Catholic organization. So we are doing it to sensitize people. So what we need is supplement from the government, because there must be an input from the government, and that's what we want, yeah, to move holistically.
Well, hold that thought right there. We'll talk about PIMAC when we come back. Time now for a very short break. When we come back, I'll be speaking to Sami Mwangangi, who will tell us more about disaster preparedness in the country.